In order for priorities to be profitable, first they've got to be planned, and then they've got to be practiced. John Maxwell says that there are two things that are most difficult to get people to do. First, to think, and then to do things in order of importance. Maxwell says this is the difference between a pro and an amateur. So, step one is the thinking part. You've got to put together an actionable plan that gets you where you want to go as efficiently as possible. Here are the priority areas as I see them for any well-rounded financial plan. The first step is protection. A catastrophe can eliminate all the forward progress that you have made overnight. Protection is the most ignored area of personal finance that I see, but it also may be the most important. It's the equivalent to the defense on a football team. How well does any team do that has a poor defense? The next area is savings. Do this first and then spend what's left over. I recommend starting with 15% as a place to begin your thinking. Saving more, that's just fine. The next area is spending. The bottom line on any spending plan is that it has to go in this order. Save money, stay out of debt, and leave enough to live on. If you can do those three things, as far as I'm concerned, you can write your budget on the back of a napkin. The next area is debt. The reason that most folks have consumer debt is they didn't have any savings when they needed it or wanted to buy something. Generally, buying stuff that you consume with consumer debt is a bad idea. The next area is investing. If you want to get ahead in our capitalistic system, then you've probably got to invest at least to some degree. If not, that you're going to have to save voluminous amounts of money, which is not practical for most people. Yes, that does mean taking some risk with the money that you've got, so work with a pro that can put an understandable plan together for you. And then the next area is something I call development. Here's the one that almost never gets enough attention. The most valuable asset on your balance sheet is probably you. What are you doing this year to increase your value to the marketplace? So that'll get your thinking started about planning. Now, what do I mean about this whole thing of practice? Well, I can't count how many good intentions have walked through my office over the years. Almost everybody intends to go see a lawyer about wills, review their insurance, save some more money, pay down some debt, and invest more money. But somehow those good intentions don't ever materialize into real life actions. Why? Very simple. No accountability. I go to an exercise class 3 weekdays a morning at 6 a.m. That's a pain to get up that early and to get there by 6 a.m. I could always use the extra sleep, and they charge me money just to come, and if I'm late, they don't wait for me. So why do I go? Because all I have to do is show up. They do the rest, or at least they get me to do the rest. It's accountability. Most of us need that kind of an accountable relationship in our lives to do hard things, things that we don't naturally want to do, but that our own self-motivation is often inadequate to get us to do all by ourselves. Priorities are rarely set without a plan, and they're rarely practiced without a person. So who is helping you to do what you want to do, but don't always feel like doing? My guess is that will be your key to you practicing rather than just planning your priorities. Offering you wisdom on wealth, I'm Byron Moore.